breaks a 21 or something.
I totally understand that. I think that works more in a trending trade. When you're trading counter trend to the EMAs like this, that could hit that 200 with this bar and then come straight down the rest of the day. It absolutely could, because overall,
you don't know like what the next candle is, no matter how much analysis.
No, definitely.
Like there's no analysis will tell you what the next candle is going to be.
right?
And so it's like all I know is that this thing's fucking running. I have beautiful price action, beautiful candlesticks. The 8 and 21 have great separation. In my opinion, I'm going to hold. It's like, yeah, I did draw a zone and it is wicking it, but it breaks zones. Zones get broken.
I hear you, bro.
You know what I mean?
I'm interested to see how your philosophy develops over time. Because
I agree, yeah.
I could feel like I can relate to that 100%.
Yeah.
And then maybe just with some age, you're just like,
Exactly.
enough times losing money.
Exactly.
You're like, okay, how do I stop losing money? I take profit. Okay.
So
Let's do more of that.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And I think also it's like you're looking at it from the perspective of like, I need to make the most money that I'm deserving of possible. That's a fair perspective. It's a motivating perspective, but I would look at it just a little bit more from a gratitude perspective. Like, wow, I'm grateful that I just called this little winning trade. We all could have bought Bitcoin right up to the 200. That's a nice little win. Boom. Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's do it on a different pair. I'm just like, that's my perspective of like, let's start the trade, end the trade, close the book, and move on. You know what I mean? And lock the stop. Because guess what, bro? If I take most of the trade off and I lock my stop loss, so if I put a stop loss in profit, like let's just say right here, it comes back to that stop loss and takes me out. Yes, I didn't make as much money, but it's coming down. Now it's coming back. I can either get back in or it's a good thing that I did it. So the mitigating of the risk maybe is where we can meet in the middle.
But when you have strong movements that the 8 and 21 show that you're in trend, why are you getting out until you have to? Like, you literally would have missed so much. Now, I'm not saying there's a move here. I don't know. I'm just generally speaking how the 8 and 21 is a great indicator for short-term trend. And when the indicator is saying you're in a very good short-term trend right now, and you're going to say, all right, I'm going to take some money off. To me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, everything looks very good here.
I'm not arguing with you.
No, I know.
Like
I'm just.
It sounds like you're trying to catch all of it though, instead of just catching small bags.
No, it's not. I don't really care if I catch
small bags.
I don't care if I catch none of
That
it.
too.
But I'm just
You're
saying.
gonna be shitting yourself when it goes up against you.
I'm not. No, you have. But that's what I'm saying. You have to be okay with it. Like, if you're gonna say I want to be available for this thing to shoot, because to expect ADR makes sense. That's what ADR means. It's going to move that much every day, right? Isn't that what ADR means?
It could move that much. Either.
Could. Yeah, a high chance. And it either hits one or the other. No? The top one or the bottom? Okay. And if this is telling me I'm in a great short-term trend, the probabilities that this moves closer to the lower ADR is in my favor. And if it does, you want to hit those trades that are 7 ADR.
But I think this is what you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But then what about the move that ends up pulling back to the 50 or the 200 and then finishes the day lower?
Yeah.
Where you didn't take any profit, you got stopped out for a small little win when you were up 2R.
Yes. Two things. You eat it, and then if there's another entry, why wouldn't you get it?
Sure. But there might not be.
Yeah, no, yeah. Totally possible.
But I think you're not wrong.
But I could, but that's what I'm saying. I could say the same thing. Yeah, but what if this thing just shoots down? I mean, that's like you literally.
What does everybody else think? Somebody else chime in on this. What do you guys think?
I like taking profit, mitigating risk, putting money in your pocket. I'm on your side.
I think there's more signals of you could pull back money because you have the divergence, you have the oversold.
I've too many times tried to let something run and then turn back around and now I'm losing money. Or I'm not
Look
making
at
shit. And I'm like, fuck, I could've just
Maybe
took
you're
some
just
there.
lucky, bro, and you just hit the best runners, and the rest of us fucking
So
suck.
that's not what I'm trying to say, though. It's like how to. Okay, there's two things. One, you shouldn't let how much money you've made dictate your actions in the market. That's my philosophy.
No. We're not saying that. We have technical signals of reason for exit and risk-based
So
signals.
now if you're going, all right,
yeah,
I'm going to
We're
use
not just looking at
divergence
it.
with an oversold RSI.
okay.
We're filming for the vlog. People on the vlog, comment below. You've heard us arguing now, not arguing, conversating about taking profits early or holding the trades. Tell us what you do. Do you try to bag profits and lock your stop and mitigate risk? Like me and Lewis? Team Austin and Lewis? Or your team Josh?
Just keep Josh.
I got you.
All the options that say moving averages are the ones I'm currently using. Okay.
Now, what I do is I do my analysis on TradingView. So on here, on my MetaTrader at home, I don't even have the 8.
Well, 72% said the suppliers had also raised their prices, so they had to raise their prices.
So what is that interpreted as? Inflation is here.
Inflation is here.
You're telling me I should raise the prices of my courses.
60%,
Every small business owner should be raising prices. That's what that
60%
says.
of 560 small businesses
That's a lot.
have
60%
raised their
is a lot.
prices within the last 90 days.
Yeah.
And if you ask them why, they pretty much said that the labor costs have gone up,
Too expensive.
and the people that were buying our shit that we need to produce our business, their prices have gone up.
Supply
so
chain.
now, supply chain.
So regular moving averages gather information as price moves. They add that information together and divide it by the period. So the yellow is the 8 period. The red is the 21 period. So it's gathering price movement, dividing it by that period, and that's what paints that line. The difference down here, this yellow and red line, they clearly can't gather from price because this is reading volume. So that's why confirming the direction of the EMAs and the direction of the TDI is so powerful, because that's getting you price direction and volume direction. Does that make sense a little bit?
Yeah.
Good. So the yellow line is the most important line on that TDI. As long as the yellow line stays under the 50 value, it's in the sell zone. This is the sell zone. Above the 50 is the buy zone. So we want perfect L50s. Those are going to be the best trades. And as you get more advanced, you can get more flexible with it swapping. But to be precise in the beginning, I would only trade perfect ones. That's the best advice I can give.
So perfect. What?
From the
Perfect
changeover
means-
of day, see how the yellow is right here under 50? Just look at the yellow, not the green.
Right.
From the changeover of day, which is the vertical line, that's the start of the day. Okay? It's called a period separator.
Oh, I see.
Yep, it's about 5 p.m. Eastern time every day. From there, see how it starts in the sell zone? I'm looking there first. If this is in the sell zone by the time I'm awake and I'm looking for an entry, it's a perfect L50. The L50 is long biased, but just because the L50 is long biased doesn't mean we will make money trading long that day. Because remember what I said when you were sitting down. You want this to confirm what this is. If the price action and the EMAs disagree with the direction that the TDI, because this is called a TDI, if they disagree, you don't want to trade it. Where we find the power in the ASFX systems is because we're confirming price action trend with the trend of volume, with the trend of the actual traders. Are they buying or selling in the current moment? Don't need that. So just to make it a little cleaner, I would bump this to 16. Makes the numbers little.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep. And then this is important. Session breaks, that's the end of the day. Make this a very thin black dotted line like this. See how that just put that vertical line right there? Now you can see day to day. That's today. There's the Asian session, London session, New York session.
Where's the Asian session? Oh.
In the box. Got it? Just like I showed you. And then if you want to get rid of that shading, you can double click. See how it says range fill? Just turn that off. See? I think we might have 2 indicators on here. It's probably going to hold the buy zone. And as long as that 1 minute L50, the yellow on the 1 minute, is holding the buy zone, while the 15 minute is outside the 8 EMA, that 1 minute L50 is just staying steady. You're fine. You're fine. And if anything, you don't even need to do that. You could be better and just be patient. Candle by candle, if you read that left to right,
It's 2 hours right there.
it's 2 hours. It's painful.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm going into it.
It's okay.
Oh no, everybody's
It's hot. It's okay. They don't know. I missed in the bowl. When you come in from crow, sometimes you end up having your hands too close to your head. So I like to get down like this, get into it, and then put my hands here. Because a tripod is not 1, 2, 3. A tripod is 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So it evenly distributes that weight.
Look at your dick, heads.
Oh shit. Okay.
Got what I'm saying?
Right? Or no, you went like this, right?
Yeah, and then look at your dick, get on your head more, flatten the neck, there you go. And then get a nice base, and then go up, suck the core in at like your lower abs, and then push up. And then extend your feet.
Oh yeah, that's
Closer.
way more balanced,
Closer.
bro.
Think about pulling your belly button back to your spine to help get your core in.
And again, your legs are much straighter, but they're even more on the top of your
But you can feel just that.
Okay, so once you're up there, you see how the energy line is kind of slanted
little bit.
this way? And that's what he means by you're a little bit on your forehead. It's like you really want to get to the top of your head because that'll help even it out.
I see.
And when I'm saying like pull your belly button back, it's to help straighten out this little banana curve right here. That way you're really hugging the low ribs in to help create that straight spine. Cool. And get that line of energy up.
Now, pretend you're going to take a position, click the buy or sell. Now you see how it's much further. Click the numbers over here and drag down. You'll see the take profit. Click and drag right there, drag down. There's your take profit. Follow me.
Another deep inhale. Feel the belly puff out. Feel the ribs fill up. Exhale, let it go. Notice how the spine starts to rise as you inhale and you settle in on every exhale. Can you send the breath there and use the breath to try and soothe out, making these circles as big or small, whatever feels comfortable for you and your body. And you can go back, inhale into cow, drop the belly down, gaze up. Exhale, curl the tailbone like you're a scared cat. You can do a few more of these at your own pace. Now feel into the ground, get a sturdy foundation, strengthen through the legs, and begin to lift yourself up. Raising the arms up, keeping a bend in that front knee, making sure the knee is stacked over top of your ankle. Using your core. Don't worry, we got you. All right, now let's push it back up into a downward facing dog. Raise those hips to the sky.
How did you feel about the first ASFX retreat yoga session?
It was awesome. So it was all dudes, and typically my classes are all female, so I had to kind of make some jokes here and there. Sorry, I'm eating my hair. I had to kind of make some jokes here and there and like play around a little bit because some of these guys have never even done yoga before, but afterwards they all were like, I feel so zen, and that always feels really good because as a yoga teacher, at the end of it, we want you to feel peace and blissful and just feel grateful for spending that time connecting with your body. So it was awesome, and I'm excited to do it again tomorrow.
What did you guys think about the yoga today?
Yoga's dope, man. Yoga's dope. I like it. I've never done it before, so it's nice to get something new, challenging. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's cool though, it's soothing. I feel like it's really for the body and soul, bro. It really helps. It really does. It's crazy how much it affects you. You wouldn't think of it until you're actually doing it, and you get in tune with yourself really deeply. It's nice.
Whatever you're writing, I like to journal a lot, do affirmations, and like writing with something like this versus like, no offense, just like a regular rollerball pen. I feel like the words hold like a different kind of energy, a higher status.
Definitely.
It's cool, man. So
I
fountain pens, go buy one. Click the link in my bio. Get
Use
a fountain
code
pen.
what?
Use code ASFX pens for 20% off your first order. You get a free NFT pen.
Yeah, so I gotta check my scene first.
Who's gonna win?
Probably sound. Bro, that's crazy.
Dre.
You were with me. You were with me when you saw what I can do with this controller, bro. It's dangerous. Who's betting on this game? That's the question. I'm putting $20 on it. Two ETH on it.
Oh, that was nice.
That was close. Smell the goal is coming.
Ah, no way.
I could smell it was coming. Now I knew it.
That's a goal.
Oh.
Take it off. Tell them about it.
Fuck, man, that's fucking cool. Spinning him through his fingers. I'm like, look at that shit. I love when people do that. I'm like, fuck, man. Can he tell I'm nervous? Because now we're fucked. Now my blind is. There you go.
Good luck. There we go.
That's what people do at the casino. I love it, bro. That's not good.
Oh, that's not good.
Here we go. 16. 18. 18. 9. 18. 14.
Double me.
Doubling the 14. My man lives life on the edge. Too many.
Let's go.
Let's go. Big bets on her?
Big bets. Come on.
Let's go.
Hey.
Oh,
You wanted that big bet.
that 4 right there. That's looking like I might lose.
Let's go.
Here we go. All right. 17. 17. 19. 13.
Book says stay.
That's what the book says.
I know what the book says, bro.
The book says stay.
Every time, bro. Fuck the book, bro.
13.
I'm still in the game.
15.
It's 10 o'clock. I was down. I only had 2 red chips left. Now I've fought my way back. I've actually got 3 green chips now. Eric has been screaming what bets to take, and it's been working really well. So I'm just following him the whole time because he's biting that cigar.